Well, the rain is not going away, Coach. In fact, it's beginning to actually pick up a bit more. But either way, we've got football from Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He'll return it from the 6. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
From the 29, Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for the Panthers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now Newton on 1st down. Thomas has got it. Complete. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it with Scarlett. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Newton on third down. And Thomas has it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52.
Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Right to the 3.
On first down, it's Newton. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check, 43. Check.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Newton now to throw. Able to find Willis. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. So first and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
From the 36, Murray. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. And watch that. And watch the ball.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And able to find Kirk complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
Ready? It's a party now. It's a party now.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
But, got to get the point. Get on the point right here.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
All day, every day, any day.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down. How big?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready? 180.
52 right here. 52. Hey.
Running with the fullback, Alex Arma. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Good solid gain on 1st down. About what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cardinals' 15-yard line.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd and 15 now. Murray got him in. It's Brown. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman, he fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Murray now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. After the sack on 1st down, Murray, and his throw here is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Newton to the right side, and he's got more complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the 50, Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is caught. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. The point after is good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Murray. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Murray now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. First down, Murray. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a run with McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Newton now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now Scarlett, and an alley to run. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
52 right here. Hey, tight.
On 2nd and 2, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Set hut, 6 yards. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Here's Murray from midfield. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down. 94 is the mark. 94.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Murray going to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Watch Mike. Come on, D.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Play fake. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Watch the screen.
Murray looks to throw again, second and 10. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive? Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Mike Daniels in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. Here we go. 52's the mic. Cut.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is Brown. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
And the Cardinals first down.
Murray now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Coleman. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Newton now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Let's go, baby.
Now, the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. This is Scarlett on the carry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They turn to Scarlett again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready. 52 right here. All day, baby. All day.
Now a give here to Scarlett. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Trash. Let's go.
On the handoff, it's Scarlett. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
It's 4th down.
Where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 25-yard line.
One ready. 6 yard low. Hey, 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 hey. Let it go.
And they will take a knee here. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. And they take a knee.